Hey everybody, I'm Greg. Welcome to Greg's Beer Review. You know what I'm going to say? Let's see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer, this should be a treat. This comes highly recommended. This is Longtrail's Brewmaster Series Centennial Red, Imperial Red Ale. Alcohol by volume is 7.9%. It says brewed to celebrate 100 years of the Long Trail. So this is the big bottle. This is the bottle, the 22 ounce. And they're out of Bridgewater Corners, Vermont. Beer Advocate has this listed as an American Amber / Red Ale, but it is an Imperial Red Ale is what it is. The beer, like I said, 7.90. It's almost an 8% beer, so it's a little on the stronger side. It says limited release, brewed once. So this is a one-time beer. If you see it, you want to try it, you better pick it up because it won't be around long if it is still around. So I've had this one for a little while. The food furnish of this, the cheeses of the sharp, the blue, cheddar, and the meat for this is beef, poultry, and fish. Glassware is a pint, Becker, Stein, the mug, side ale, tumbler, about anything you want to pour it in. The beer is not recommended for extended cellar rings, and unless they're going with something really hoppy there, the hops may diminish over time, but I'm not sure what else would. So if that ABV, it is going to keep. But if they're wanting to have some kind of hop presence there, that will diminish. So, guys, without further ado, let's get the cap off of this one and see what it's about. Let's see if we can get a little ahead. I believe we can. I believe we can give it a finger or two if we pour it finger pretty aggressive here. What do you think there, guys? Look at that. Look at that. Another shout out to Brian at BB Barfly. Got his website revamped. Everybody go there and check it out, bbbarfly.com. Brian, shout out to you. This pours a very red, copper colored. I mean, it's not to the ruby red tinges, but it is a deep copper color. Like I said, that aggressive pour, we got us a good finger of head there at the top of the glass. Looks pretty good in the glass. Let's get a nose on it, guys. Wow, that smells good. Caramel. I'm getting some citrusy hops in there too. Maybe a little bit of cherries in there. Wow, it's got a wonderful aroma. Really malty. Cheers, guys. Definitely got an alcohol presence. More so in the taste than in the nose. And it's up front too. Yeah, definitely the alcohol is there. It's almost 8%, and I detect it too. I am getting some dark fruit. Whether it's dark cherries or figs. Rather bitter too. It's got a bitter back end on it. Of course, this is a double. I don't know what hops they use. A little more taste than the regular Long Brew Series beers. Most of theirs are fairly sessionable, lower ABV, 4 to 6% beers. They design those just like a lot of the beer companies to be session. That's what they are. They're not going to have any extreme or outrageous taste one way or the other. Even their IPAs are subdued. So They want to introduce people and have them session these beers rather than taking a sip out of it and say, oh, it's too bitter or it's too sweet or it's too much alcohol. So it's the lacing on the glass there. Very nice. Very pleasant. I don't get anything. I'm not a big red ale fan to start with. But it's got a very nice malty characteristic to it. A little bit of dark fruit, cherries, caramel. Not bad, but it's right out of the fridge, 40 degrees, and as I always say, guys, you know the deal. I'm going to sip on it a little bit and let the other half sip on it, see what she thinks of it. Big bottle, worth sharing, 8%. Don't want to suck all that down by myself. I'd be drunk then, wouldn't I? Don't want to do that. Guys, stick around. I'll be right back. We'll do the final chug. It's above average beer, I'm pretty sure. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around. Got just a little left. That's the lacing all the way down that glass. That's awesome. Once again, I reiterate, I am not a big red ale fan, but this is a decent beer. I've done a lot of the Longtrail beers. Most of them are fairly sessionable. Like I said, between 4 and 6% ABV. Nothing that blowed my socks off. But the Imperial here, the Brewmaster series, as they call it, pretty tasty for a red ale. It's a decent find if you're a red ale fan or just want to give it a shot. A little better than the regular Longtrail beers. With that being said, final chug, guys. Yeah, that's a decent beer. I mean, it's not blowing my socks off or my hair back or anything, but it's a decent beer. I don't think it was super expensive, but it's got a nice ABV, 7.90, so it'll get you there a little quicker. And I can definitely taste it when I first poured it cold, but as it warmed up, it wasn't quite as bad to me. So it may be just getting used to drinking it, and you don't notice it as much. But right first there, it was really more pronounced than I was expecting it to be. So that being said, guys, the rating on this one, I'm gonna give it a 7. It's a B plus. It's definitely a B beer. It may be a B, but I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt since I probably hacked on the Longtrail beers pretty good. It's a decent red ale as far as I'm concerned. Great Beer has this at 91 overall and a 51 in the style, so somebody wasn't as impressed in the style too much there. And Beer Advocate comes up with an 84, which is about where they always have been here. Between 81 and 84 is about where they end up on every beer now. So not much on their new ratings. Pretty crappy as far as I'm concerned. So guys, if you've had this one, I know Jeff up in Vermont probably had this. He's the one that reviews a lot of the northeastern beers, being up in Vermont or New Hampshire. I'm not exactly sure what state he's in, but he does a lot of the Longtrail, and he said the Imperial, the Brewmaster series, was pretty tasty, and it is. I agree with that analysis there. So guys, I'm rambling on. As always, rate, comment, subscribe. Look at the lacing on that glass. It's awesome. You know what else is awesome? That fridge. Let's go looking at tomorrow. Join me then.